Hello, everyone. Welcome to this program. I'm really grateful that you're here. So, I'm Danielle. I'm a mother, a qualified nurse, doula, holistic therapist, and a circle facilitator. So, for many years, my work has been centered around supporting women through different seasons of life, helping them to reconnect to themselves, to their body, to their stories, and reweave back in the world to call all parts of them home and to show up in more fullness, which feels authentic. So, my main focus is sharing my practices through somatic healing, which is a practice of listening to and working with the wisdom of the body. Because the words, this human made language that we are using, is created to help us communicate with others outside of ourselves. And so we don't need human made language inside of our body once we practice more deeply to understand her language. And so that is my primary focus, coming back to that. And so with this work, I've come to understand that when we're healing or tending to ourselves, it rarely happens in isolation. We heal through our relationships with other humans, with animals, with plants, with the world around us. And so healing through connection is a huge part of what I'm tending to right now. We heal when we feel safe enough to be seen, to be heard, and to be witnessed. And so, in that space, when we are feeling safe, we start to be able to look at our life from a different perspective and see how we want to move forward. And this is the beauty in Circle, I feel. So I have been hosting Circle for around 12 years, both in person and online. And throughout my journey, I have learned so many things. It hasn't always been smooth sailing, but that is why I'm here today sharing this program so that I can share with you what I have learned. And I hope that it supports you on your journey in creating these nourishing spaces where we can come together and hold space for one another. And with whatever wisdom comes through, it ripples out to our greater community. So, this course that I've created is an opportunity for us to sit, to be with these insights that I've had and see what you get from them as well. So, I have ran cohorts for the last 2 years in person. This is the first one that I've done that is recorded. And every time I've held a cohort, I've had different insights that have helped me to create the next cohort. So, whatever comes through for you, I really welcome you to share in the group space so that it can help me as well to see if there's anything that is missing that would like to be included. So, throughout this, our time together, we're going to explore why gathering matters today, the human need for belonging, the history of women's gatherings, self awareness, and knowing yourself, your own journey to this point, your lineage, your ancestors' stories, desires, fears. We'll look at nervous system awareness, group dynamics, and human behavior, space holding and emotional safety, rituals, leadership, and how to create our own unique, authentic, meaningful circles. And they can look so many ways. And that's the real beauty in this. I'm not going to be giving you a step-by-step guide of what to create. I am going to give you questions and tools and things to reflect on so that you can create a space that feels true to you. Because then you will nurture it, you will show up, it will feel like an extension of you. And I really believe that before we hold space deeply for others, we have to be able to say yes to ourselves, to understand parts of ourselves that maybe we've been rejecting or that we've exiled or that feel like they don't belong at the table. So bringing all parts of us ourselves back to say, you can sit with us, huge practice. And when we do sit in this space together and we welcome all parts of us home when we're in a group space, so much can come through in tending to ourselves, going deeper, collecting the wisdom from within, sharing it with the group. So much comes through when we share our personal gifts. And that's why every circle is unique and each one will look different. Some will look like a circle, some will look like a dance, some will look like crocheting, some will look like walking through a forest. It's going to look many, many ways. And sometimes there will be a big group, and sometimes there will just be you and another. So I don't see there's no perfect way, there's no recipe to create a perfect circle. It's our willingness to show up in fullness and presence and compassion and curiosity, all the words. And so when we come, it is also not just on us. We're co-creating. Whoever arrives in that space is saying yes, and we're holding the space together and we learn the skills, we remember the skills to be with one another and hold space without our egos or ideas getting in the way. And this is the real gift in Circle, I feel, is that we create these spaces where we can slow down, we can feel, where we can listen and turn inwards, which is something so many of us don't have available in this fast moving, information filled world. And especially put on top of that, all the roles that we may have. So it is a place that we can drop in, we can listen, we can learn from one another, we can remember our gifts, we can share our gifts, and we can feel that sense that we belong to something, which is a really deep need within humans. And we're going to go into all this more as we go through. So we gather with intention and we go there without expectation, just a simple curiosity to show up and see what unfolds. And by the end of our time together, I feel that we'll just be able to deepen into our understanding of ourselves, of the needs of the land, of the community, and we'll be able to listen for what wants to come through, what is going to nourish everybody in that circle in this moment that can ripple out to the greater community. We're also going to be learning skills on how to hold space for discomfort or conversations or ideas or beliefs that don't feel so good within us. And the more that we do this, the more that we show up, the more confidence we'll get in ourselves and the more trust we'll have with sitting in these spaces. So yeah, the final part that I kind of want to add, which is new to this creation, is I have a vision of creating a global women's directory. So upon completion of this program, you'll be invited to join the Global Women's Circle directory, free of charge, so that people can find where you'll be hosting circles. I travel a lot, so I would love this in my reality. So I realized I have to create it to help others to find circles in their areas and to make community spaces more accessible, more available. So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and we'll go more into it as we flow through the program. Yes, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and for trusting me with your time. If you have any questions, then you can reach out to me. I'll leave all my details below this video. And I really hope that you enjoy this program and our time together.